everybody, it's Sam at Mixed Up Craft. Thank you for watching my tutorial today. I hope you've all had a lovely Christmas. This is the first tutorial after Christmas Day, and I thought it would be nice to share some very easy thank you cards, because no doubt some of you will be wanting to send those out to family and friends to thank them for the gifts that they've brought you. So I've already got ahead and I've done quite a few here, and I've got some more that I still need to do. Now these are a really fun technique, and these are using blow pens. Now I used to use these when I was younger, and they're really fun. They're not the most hygienic things, so the one thing I will say is make sure you use these for yourself and yourself only, unless you thoroughly clean them, you know, if you're going to share them with obviously other people, because we do have to blow into these to create the effect. So for those of you that haven't ever seen these or used these before, they're very cheap. I picked these up from Tiger or Flying Tiger in the UK, which is a Scandinavian company, but there are many other blow pens available, and I will share all the links in my blog below. And basically what they are is you take out the middle piece here. I've already used these, so they're a little bit wet. You push it into the other end of the cap, put the lid on, blow through this end here, and basically it will kind of blow out the pigment in the end of the pen. You basically blow through this end, and then out this end here will come the pigment of whatever colour it is that you're using, and that will go onto whatever surface it is that you want to create your design. So that's how you set them all up, and then every time you finish with them, you then have to carefully clean all this bit off here, which is obviously not very nice. Clean the lid thoroughly as well, and then you put that back in the end there, because it's just like the lid of any pen, and then put the back on there as well. Okay, so this is one set that I had. These are all the colours that they come in. The ones I've used today are these purple, yellow. No, I didn't use, did I use the purple? No, I didn't. So they're the ones I'm not using. These are the colours that I've chosen today. So I'm going to pop them to one side. Now what I've done is I've created my own stencil by using one of my favourite things, the Dynamics, and it's this lovely thanks die. And basically what I've done is I've got this masking sheets from Hunky Dory. Again, I'll share all the links to all of this stuff. And basically, if I just take out one of the sheets to show you. Now this is 3, 4, I can't remember how much I paid for them, but they can be quite pricey. I wouldn't say these are, you don't get sheets and sheets and sheets. So so basically that's one sheet there, and it's just a whole sheet of masking. So just imagine your thin masking tape. This is a whole sheet of just that same stuff, and basically you can then cut out what you would need and just die cut it like you would any other cardstock. And then so what I've done is I have done my one here. So this is my stencil, this is on the masking, this has been sprayed loads with all of those pens, and basically I cut out the size I needed to make these cards. So this size of mask is 5 1/4 by 1, 2, 3 by 4. Okay, so you cut a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 masking. Okay, then you position your thanks in the middle of that size that you've cut out, and then run it through your die machine like you would any other, and then when you've got it, it will then give you this here. So it's just like die cutting paper. Now that sits perfectly over my card mat here, which I'm using, and then basically when I stick it down, it gives me a nice 1/8 of an inch border, and this has been used about 10 times now, and it's still got enough adhesive on it. Obviously it's very low tack, and all you want it to do is just enough to kind of sit there whilst you do your sponging, or your distressed inks can go over this, and then just stick it all down like so. And then there was a little bit that was the middle of the A, so I just had to put that on separate like so. So that is now stuck down enough for me to be able to spray it with my blow pens. So I've got my card base there. My card base is a 4 1/2 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3/4. So it's purely because the thanks, that's the size that I wanted with the border, so it is an odd shape, but that then sits nicely to mat on top of that as well. So it's very, very easy. What I will do, I've got some copy paper here just so you don't get it all over your surface, and basically just choose the ones you want to use. So I'm going to set these all up. So like I said, you just flip them all around. You want to kind of test them first as well, because some of them do come out more vibrant and heavier than others. So for example, this navy here, it almost drips a bit. It's got a lot of pigment in it, and it almost ruins some of my other projects when I've used these. So I'm aware that that one is a little bit more temperamental. And I think it was the purple is not very strong. You have to really kind of you know, put a lot of effort in to get the colour out of that one. So just kind of play around with them. Like I said, they are inexpensive, so these are like kids kind of crafting you know, tools. So I've got that set up there. It's kind of lifting a little bit. Like I said, I have used this a lot, probably more than you really can get away with it, but I'm going to attempt to get one more out of this for this video. So I'll just make sure it's all sat down again. So I'm going to focus on the letters first. I'm going to come in just a little bit closer there, just so you can really see what it is I'm doing. And there we go. And then basically, without getting my head in here, I'm just going to blow, and I'm going to focus on the T. Like so. Then I'm going to grab the blue. And I'm not really taking too much care. I'm just kind of, you know, going for it. I'll go back to the pink again. Okay, so that's that bit done. And then I'm just going to go around and do the border. So on here. Like I said, I'm very lightly blowing these. Make sure that sticks down there so you don't go underneath. Use the orange again. And then what other one should I use? The yellow. There we go. So that took no time at all. And then basically you can just peel this off and you will get a really nice border. And then as it comes away there is your card. And I mean, you saw how quick that was, so you can literally whiz through these. Plus it's quite fun. Don't do it for hours, you do get a bit of a head rush. So, but there's that one there. And then what I'm going to do, so when I was playing around at my desk, I wanted a little so much to go underneath, so thanks so much. And all of my acrylic blocks were being cleaned, so I only had one of the plates to my small die machine. So I've basically on here, you can see, there we go. I was sticking it on there, and then actually when I stamped it, it was perfect. So I thought, I don't want to take it off this. So I am not using a proper acrylic block here. So apologies there, but I didn't want to take it off because, like I said, it was in the perfect position. So I've just got some of my Stays On ink here, and then I'm just going to ink that up. And the stamps that I used for this, let me just do this one quickly. So just make sure nice and lined up. I love these. It's called the Label It Alphabet, and they're Stampin' Up stamps. There we go. And probably could have gone a bit dark with that. I think I might have used Versamark, not Versamark, Versafine actually, but that's still lovely. It was this one here. Let me come back out again now. There we go. The Label It Alphabet stamps. You get 101 here, and there's loads. They're just lovely fonts, so that's what I've used for that one. So yeah, so there is the card. So you can obviously now put that onto any card base that you want. I've got that grey already done, so I'm just going to stick that down. Okay, so there you go. So these are very easy and quick cards, so and not, you know, perfect for doing batch card making. And I've put the inside there as well, and I've just kind of done a little corner. You could maybe just do it on one corner, you don't need to do it on all fours, but they're all ready now for me to just write a little message inside. And yeah, just really straightforward. I just like to show that technique with the blow pens. I thought it was really, really fun. So like I said, I'll share all the links in the blog post below, but hopefully you liked this tutorial today, just a nice quick one. If you did, please subscribe to my channel so you get to see more, and I will see you again later in the week. Thanks for watching, bye!